Media freedom must prevail in Kenya, and it is never easy for people to reach those standards. And for that reason, we thank even the judiciary. Actually, the magistrate that appeared today and has handled this matter was not the magistrate that was supposed to handle this matter. She walked out of her way, stepped in, and gave the state what they wanted, but also gave Peter his right now to go and be with his family. For those reasons, we want to say the following. Number one, that our quest for free media, and that means the investigations that were continuing about criminal gangs in Mombasa, is not something that must stop, because those criminal gangs is a big problem for this county. That investigation needs to stop, and the media must continue boldly to do its work so that we know whether the state is actually independent in this process or not, and the people of Kenya and the people of Mombasa will see who is credible in this cause. Finally, I want to thank my brother Conrad Etiang, who is here. He is actually in the middle of his campaigns for LSK, but he made time to be here. And my sister, Miss Musa of the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights. She is very well known as Faiza. She also has stepped up. She had to travel to come back early to be here, even before her official days at the commission. I also want to thank my colleagues from the civil society. We've been here with Hussein, Walid, my sister here. I've seen Mangusho, who transcends both sides. Thank you so much for standing. Peter, we will be with you even on 21st when this matter will be mentioned again. And actually the court is very clear that if they can't try him on 21st, then he should be released, so that there's nothing on his neck. On 21st of January, we are coming here to release Peter completely. And if that is not the case, then there is a specific forum which is friendly to media freedom where this matter will be tried.
Media Council of Kenya, the legal team from various organizations led by Council Adika, civil society organizations. I'm really humbled for standing with me in solidarity throughout this period. It has not been easy, but I got strength because of you. This came as a result of a crime story that I was working on, touching a criminal gang in Kisauni. And the raw data that I had collected from the ground, I shared that raw data to a wrong group. I was the wrong group that I was not targeting. I was sending it to authorities for verification and confirmation, because to the information that was subject to confirmation. I was summoned. Okay, well, I don't want to talk too much because the case is in court. But I really thank also the court for being neutral and granting me a personal bond. I'll be cooperative to investigations as directed. What I only stand for is that this will not bar me from working or doing crime stories.
Yes.
I must unearth or tell the society what the roads that are happening behind the eyes, and the bitter truth that some individuals don't want the society to know. This has given me more strength. I hope I'll go back sharper than I was. This does not mean that the story I was doing will die. I'm still on with the story. I must make the people understand what is happening behind the bars and behind the ground, on the ground, and who these criminal gangs are, their structures and mode of operation. For now, let me stop there because Wakili has spoken more. But nimeshukuru.
Simama na ukweli, simama. Simama na ukweli, simama.
Asante sana, nisahau kushukuru familia yangu for standing up with me, my children, my wife. I really thank you. Nimeshukuru sana and may God bless you.
I want to be grateful for the civil society, Kituo cha Sheria, Conrad, and FISA, Kenya National Commission on Human Rights. It's been a long journey, and what as Media Council we want to advocate is still the same, that our rights are protected in the Constitution. Article 34 guarantees the media freedom. So that one is not negotiable, and media, a free press is the cornerstone of democracy. So a journalist should not be cowed. A journalist should not feel intimidated. You should not fear to write about a story as long as you consider the ethical values and the principles you're supposed to adhere to while doing your story. So we will work together with Mwita to ensure that this case comes to a conclusion. Asanteni sana for your cooperation. Even the journalists who have been here with us from the first day until now, we appreciate your support. Stand with your own. Thank you.
We are here because when the media is interfered with, then a lot of things can go at stake. And what we want to just remind anyone that may have been affected by the process that we are currently engaged in is that while we are waiting for the court process to continue as it is, we also want to urge the DPP, from whom we understand that were not able to make a decision to charge. And I believe that their decision to charge today was not possible to be made because they saw the irregularity in the charges. We want to pursue that angle going forward so that perhaps when we come back on 21st, there would be absolutely no charge before the court, and that the release that we will have will come from their side as opposed to coming from our side agitating as civil society. But I want to thank the solidarity of the entire fraternity, the media houses that are represented. Without you, we could not have achieved what we have achieved today. Because you might realize that the presence of everyone on board sometimes changes the public image of the nature of the case that we are handling. And because of that, I must sincerely appreciate your involvement. So let's not stop here. Let's move together. As advocates, we will consult between each other and come up with the best way forward. Earlier on, we were just thinking that perhaps maybe we also try and stop it from the prosecution side. We could also petition the High Court to just completely terminate these proceedings. So those are avenues that are still available. We are looking at them. We are going to deliberate, and then after that, maybe we can put our heads together ahead of that 21st of January mention. So thank you very much.
My name is Walid Sketi, and today we have been brought here by certain politicians that know themselves. And ours is very clear that we want to tell the criminal gangs, their financiers, their organizers, the perpetrators, that your time is up, that you cannot stop an ejaculation whose time is ripe. And we shall come for you, we shall name you, and we shall shame you. Hawa wanasiasa ambao wanatumia vijana wa Mombasa vibaya kueneza agenda zao kwa kutumia mapanga. You cannot have a society ambayo ina viongozi, representatives, but crime thrives, yet the same politicians, yet the same leaders are silent. We want to tell them that we shall fight tooth and nail to make sure that Mombasa is safer, that Mombasa is secured from all these criminal groups. Na sisi na wanahabari ni ndugu na tunafanya kazi moja. We are the actors and they are the real activists that show us what happens on a day-to-day in our communities. And we condemn any harassment on journalists. Na tunasema ya kwamba
the freedom of journalists is not a favor but a right guaranteed under the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Asanteni.
Ujumbe wetu ni kwa wanasiasa, ujumbe wetu ni kwa wahalifu na wale ambao wanafadhili wahalifu. Na tunawaambia hands off our media. Hawa wanahabari ni watu ambao wanafanya kazi yao kuangazia maovu na mazuri yanayotendeka. Lakini hapa Mombasa County tunaona kwamba wanahabari wanalengwa pale ambapo wanasimama na haki. So we are telling you, keep off our media. Haki ya wanahabari kufanya kazi yao iko kwenye katiba ya Kenya. Na mtu yoyote yule ambaye anaamua kupigana vita na wanahabari ajue kwamba anapigana vita na wanaharakati na anapigana vita na watu wa Mombasa. Na hatutakubali mtu yoyote yule kuingilia kazi na uhuru wa wanahabari, na tutasimama kidete na wanahabari kila wakati wanapofanya kazi yao kwa njia ya haki na usawa.